Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my computer did something weird and it wouldn't unmute. So, um, um, I've been a coach for about 2 years, and in that time, I've seen a lot of my coach friends take their business full time. And I'll be honest and tell you right now that sometimes it's really heartbreaking for me that I am not there. But the reality is, it's not even on the table. When you are a part of a family business and you are 100% invested in that family business, it's not the same as just quitting your job, because I would be quitting on my mom, my husband, my sister. It's I'm married to my job, more or less. And so it's not an option for me. That doesn't mean, however, that I don't and can't have a viable business. And so if you're in that kind of circumstance, I don't want you to feel like you're wasting your time, because you're not. You are helping people every single day that you work your business. And I've helped hundreds of people, and I've built a team of around about 18 coaches, and they're all on their path and they've all changed their lives. And so the point I'm trying to make is, yes, if you want to make this your full-time job, you can 100% do that. There are people on this call right now that have done that and are doing it every single day. But don't feel pressure to make that happen if that's not where you're at. You can still support your family and have a great business. So that's the groundwork of where I come from. I work 50 hours a week, give or take, and I am a hands-on mom. Like, I am with my kids and engaged with my kids, and we do a lot of stuff together. But I still work my business every single day. And it comes down to time management. And I had a thought tonight when I was sitting in my hair salon. I got my hair cut, so it's all like weird because I didn't let her fix it. If she does just my hair and she puts color in my hair and I'm sitting there while the color is processing, she has a second person in that chair while my color is working. She's not sitting there waiting for my color to process. She's working. She's managing her time, because if she doesn't, she's not making any money. She is committed to be there for that many hours, and she is committed to having a butt in that chair for that many hours. And that was what I was thinking about tonight when she was doing my hair. When my hair was processing, she was cutting my son's hair. She worked the entire time. And while she was cutting my son's hair, I was sitting in the other chair and biting. I was making use of my downtime. So that's something that we all really need to grasp onto, is how we manage our time. Just like my hairdresser will make or break our business. Whether you have 30 minutes a day or 3 hours a day, that is just the simple truth. So the main thing is to have a roadmap. You need to know where you're going and what you want from your business, and you need to have a tracker that speaks to that. So whether it's the power of threes, I have one that I really like that Kendra Fletcher made that I'll be happy to share with anyone who wants it. That's very emerald and step-by-step with what you want to do every single day. But you want a tracker that's going to speak to your goals and where you want your business to be, and whether that's 3 invites a day or 23 invites a day. And that tracker is going to dictate your power hour and what you do during that power hour or that power 3 hours. Now, I recently read Eat That Frog, and one thing that struck me was every single day to do your most difficult task first, whatever that frog is. And for me as an introvert, that's inviting and forming. I've never been comfortable with small talk and chit chat. So forming people is really hard for me, because I feel like I don't know what to say all the time to get that conversation started. So by getting that done first, the rest of my power hour is super quick and easy, because I've done the hard part. I've done the thing that I want to procrastinate on every time. So I recommend whatever you find the hardest, make that number one on your tracker and do that first, whatever that may be. And maybe it's following up and asking for the sale. Maybe it's coach invites, whatever it is, do that thing first every single time consistently. And that will help you move forward, I promise. Another thing is to always have a list. Have a list of prospects, have a list of follow-ups. And I write my list literally on the back of my tracker because otherwise I will lose it. And I use interest lists on Facebook so that my prospects are easy to get to from my phone, because that's my next point, is to make good use of downtime. So for example, tonight when I was sitting in the hair salon, yes, I could have been making small talk, but she was talking to her client, which was my son. And so that was my opportunity to sit on my phone and do those invites and do those follow-ups, send out a few messages. And, you know, it was only half an hour, but that was a half an hour that I didn't have to spend at home working then. So now it's done and I get to go to bed when we get done with this team call. Another thing is podcasts, Audible. Get the Audible subscription. I think it's like $15 a month. You get a book every single month. Or when you buy a book on Amazon for your Kindle, there's a little checkbox where you can add the Audible version for like $3 or $4 usually. Get it, because if you're like me and you suck at finishing personal development books, you can still listen in the car when you're by yourself on your daily commute, or when you're running errands or whatever. I've had my earbuds in when I'm in the grocery store because, you know, it's all old people in Publix anyway. And and then I'm getting it done. I'm getting it listened to. So wherever you can find to make your downtime work for you, do that, because then you're not stuck trying to work when your kids want to play with you, you know? I keep a lot of stuff saved on my phone. I do feel that it's more efficient to work from a computer when you can, because simple tasks take longer on your phone. That's actually been proven. But if you've got to leave the house early, if you've got your challenge group post saved on your phone, if you've got tomorrow's post saved on your phone and you have to work a 9-hour day, you can post from the potty. Nobody has to know where you are. And then it's done because you've got it right there at your fingertips and it's really easy. So what I do is I save most of my posts from the computer. I put them in Dropbox. I snag them right out of Dropbox on my phone. I use the Notes app on my phone a lot. And then I also use an app called Pages. Pages is a paid app, I believe, on iOS. I've had it for so long, I don't remember. But when I told Ashley about it, I think it was like $10. But I use it every single day because you can save Word documents and open documents, text files, and everything. And they copy and paste really nicely into Facebook and Instagram, and they don't do a lot of weird spacing stuff. So that's just really nice and very convenient. So to me, even if it is $10, it's worth the money. And I try to write my posts on my computer because you can type with your fingers a lot faster than you can tap with your phone and then just copy paste the next day. My other points, I'm sorry, I just realized I'm talking really fast. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you've got a husband, boyfriend, partner, significant other, and you feel like you're drowning in housework and nothing's getting done and you need to work your business, don't be afraid to communicate and say, hey, you know, this is what I have to get accomplished. Can you help me? Because hopefully they'll say yes. My husband's very good about helping when I need him to. And we support each other a lot because he also has a home-based business that's very seasonal. And certain times of the year, it takes him a lot of time. But we do try to work together to keep the house running smoothly. Another thing is to get your kids involved in helping you get stuff done. Even at 2 years old, they can help put away their toys. And they can help with simple tasks. And honestly, I think if you make it fun for them, they enjoy it. Like my kids, more often than not, come with me and help me with Fit Club. And they help me set up the room, and they help me take down the room, and I give them a couple of dollars, which they think is great. But it saves me literally almost 40 minutes in the morning having them come with me and help me. And all they're doing is moving chairs. But it's fun, and we make it fun, and we listen to music, and then, you know, we spend some time together. So, and it's okay to let your house not be perfect. That was kind of a hard one for me because we used to spend every Saturday morning like 4 hours tearing the house apart and cleaning it. And when I started Fit Club, that stopped. And my house got really crazy for a while. But as we built a new routine, I realized that it doesn't have to be perfect all the time. And it's okay because nobody's actually eating dinner off the kitchen floor. So it's definitely okay to wait an extra day to sweep the floor if you need to. It's also okay to tell people no. And sometimes we have to make a decision that there's only so many hours in the day, and sometimes we have to say no. And that's been hard for me too, but I'm getting there. And it's okay to not make the homemade cookies and use store-bought cupcakes. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And I'm a baker. Like, I love to bake. That's kind of my thing. But it's just not always going to happen. So I've made peace with the Publix cupcakes, and they're actually really good. So let me see. The other suggestion I would make is to take some time to really identify where you waste time. The Facebook scroll is one that I think we've all caught ourselves in more than once. I actually pretty much have to set a timer if I'm going to go on Pinterest, because if I don't, I will be there for hours and hours. So if I'm going on Pinterest for something specific, I will literally set a 15-minute timer on my phone so that I don't end up in the black hole. And I've all but given up TV. And I really, I had a few shows that I liked, but I just realized that I could sacrifice time with my kids and my family, or I could sacrifice TV watching. So I chose to sacrifice TV for the most part. I will still curl up with Matt on the couch occasionally and we'll watch, but really, for the most part, I don't miss it. I really don't. And I think, okay, the other thing I would say is don't be afraid to unplug. I think sometimes we get so involved and committed in our goals and what we're trying to accomplish that we forget that it's okay to take a time out and pull the plug on technology and say, this is your time. And that's okay. And I do that a lot on Saturday and Sunday afternoons because that's their time. I'm gone all week. Sometimes by the time we get done with homework, it's bedtime. So I don't hesitate to put them first and pull the plug on technology for a little while and really be present, because that will fill your cup up so much and give you so much more energy to be able to fill people up. And I think that's really important for what we do as coaches. You've got to fill yourself up, and time with your family and having that connection, that will really do that for you. So does anybody have any questions before I hand it over to Ashley?
I definitely have things I want to add. I love that. Beachbody is not meant to be your life. It's really meant to enhance and add to. This is truly an amazing opportunity right here, right now, in our laps that we all have. So going back to how she started the call, time management. it really will make or break your business. If you are just saying, I'm a coach, and you're on the computer all day, but then you get to the end of the day and you didn't share, you didn't invite anybody, you didn't really talk to anybody, you don't even actually know what you did, you wasted your time, you wasted your family's time. It was a waste. So be mindful. I have this book. I think this is a great, The Fringe Hours is a great book for time management for us as moms. She actually talked about like that cupcake thing. That's so funny. I'm a baker too. I love baking and cake decorating, and I mean, take pride in that kind of stuff, like doing it myself and it being so delicious. But I'm telling you, in the last year, I can't tell you how many times I swooped into Publix and like, carefree, I don't care, I don't have time, and I picked them up. And you know what? The kids didn't know any different. The kids at the school didn't think anything different. They're still good. They're getting cupcakes. So I'm not always going to be, doing that. I still bake here and there with my kids, but don't beat yourself up. As women, we feel like we have to do it all. The house has to be clean, and just like she said with getting the kids involved, that I do it every single day. I have them doing their chores. I have my 11 or my 12-year-old help my, kindergartner read. They were doing reading today. I mean, don't, be afraid to pass things off. So I love that. Great points. I love every bit of it. Anybody else have anything to add or questions? Nope. All right. We'll hand it over. Thank you, Melissa. All right.
Hey, I'm going to try to get through this without coughing my lungs up. So I'm going to talk about Success Club and the importance of it, why I have made it a non-negotiable since I started my business, which was a little less than 2 years ago, and what it's really done for my business. So Success Club, as we know, is hitting 5 or 10. There's 2 different levels, 2 for every challenge pack, 1 for every Shakeology purchase, and so on. But I aim for 10, especially now with the free leads. So if you're Emerald and you hit Success Club 5, you get free customer leads, which are great. You don't get any commission or anything off of them, but you still get them as a customer. Obviously, they're interested in Beachbody, and then if they order down the road, then you do get commission and volume from that. If you hit Success Club 10 every month, then you get the free leads, and that has really made a big difference in my paycheck week to week. I went back and looked, and some weeks it's like $100 of free money that I get from Beachbody because of all the leads, the people getting Shakeology. And it really makes a big difference. So if you look at hitting, Success Club 5, Success Club 10, don't look at it like you have to sell this or you have to sell that. You need to look at it like you're helping 3 people. You're helping 3 families, or helping 5 people or 5 families. And if you go in looking at it like I have to sell this, I have to, like a car salesman, you have to meet this quota every month, then you're going to make it harder on yourself, and you're going to come across, icky in your conversations. So just really look at it like you're out to help as many people as you can during the month. Hitting Success Club every month, it ensures success in your business. It's giving you that residual income. It's meaning that you are growing your team. You're growing your customers. You're getting coaches out of that, and you're growing your team. If you're not hitting Success Club every month, how are you growing your business? How are you growing your team? So it just keeps you motivated. It keeps you going. I have hit Success Club, like I said, every month since I started, and I started out the first month. I wanted that call with Carl Deichler. It may have been a recording, but he was talking to me. So I used those incentives. Then I said, okay, if I hit it my first 3 months, I'm going to get that free ticket to Summit. I'm going to Summit regardless. So why not earn it? And, that's what I did. So just make sure to set those goals. Invite on your page, invite using your challenge group and getting people into there. Do your follow-ups, build those relationships with people, and then do your follow-ups. Those follow-ups are key for me with hitting Success Club. Going back and saying, I know the last time that we talked and it wasn't a good time for you, yes, they may have said no. No is never a no. No is a not right now. And so follow up with them. Mention to them that, whatever program it was is on sale, whatever. Start out a conversation. Don't jump to, hey, 21 Day Fix is on sale. You want to buy it. Build that conversation with that person, but then, mention that in there at the end. And I'm telling you, it's a lot easier if you have that relationship built than trying to do a cold invite and getting Success Club. I also try to hit it as early in the month as possible. I have been that person that has waited and on the very last day of the month been at 2 and had to struggle, but I did it and I got from 2 to 12 in a month. Work on those follow-ups. Don't procrastinate and, wait the whole month thinking you have this much time or whatever. It's always easier for me to start in the beginning of the month and send out those invites. Send them out every single day. I know it's a pain sometimes, or you get busy or this or that, but send out those invites. Invite new people. Follow up with old people. Just make sure to get it out there. Think about the free lead. So what could like $150 do for you a month? Like that's like an electric bill, insurance for the month, whatever it is. If you have a free lead from just Shakeology, it's $30 for one person. You get 5 of those a month, just 5. That's a lot of extra money a month. So it's very important to make sure, to try to get to 10. Failing to hit it, like I said, it's not going to grow. You're not going to be able to grow your business. You're not going to be able to expand. And we're in this business to grow. So make sure to do that. What else do I have? Oh, the Success Club trips. So you can also earn money, a lot of money for your Success Club trips. So you hit Success Club 5 for 12 consecutive months, they give you $500 towards your trip that you can earn. You hit Success Club 10 for 12, then you get $1,000 extra dollars. That's $1,000 extra dollars to go towards your trip, which is awesome. You not only get the cruise, but then the extra money. And what have they done? They've done the cruise the last 3 years. They did the cruise, they did Cancun, and then they're doing a cruise this year. Those are huge things. And then people see you're earning these trips, you're earning this free money to go on those. So that's great advertisement, if you want to say. Like when you go to Summit, people see that and they see this lifestyle that you live and this freedom that we have, and that draws them in. They want that too. They don't want to live the day in, day out, 40-hour job. So, like I said, the only way that I can tell you is make sure to do your invites in the beginning, send them out, to get it done early, do your follow-ups, and that's it. Short and sweet.
So that is because you've hit it every single month. You've never missed it.
Every month.
So
yes.
That would be your big takeaways. You are consistent with your invites every single day.
Yes. Every single day, your follow-ups, I do cold invites not every single day, but I do cold invites. I do them all the time. But follow-ups, those follow-ups are key. That's where I get my Success Club points from. I would say at least probably 6 to 8 of those points every month are from follow-ups. And then obviously, I've had people at work or people that I wouldn't even think to ask say, hey, I saw a picture of you in your Shakeology. Like, what is that? And so I'll tell them about it. So I may get a few points from that, but from my follow-ups are huge. Inviting for challenge groups. If you post for your challenge groups, I had a few people when we were talking about doing the Eat That Frog, they're, just wanting to know about the book or wanting to know about the group. The one thing too, I've gotten a few of them is, so say you get a customer that orders Shakeology that's a free lead. I always text them. I email them, but I text them and I get a better response from that. And I say like, hey, is this so-and-so? they usually respond from just, hey, is this so-and-so, better than, hey, my name is Ashley. I've been assigned as your Beachbody coach and yada, 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 yada. And then they get like I'm a creeper and freaked out. So I always send them, hey, is this so-and-so? They answer yes. And then I talk to them. And I have gotten several challenge pack conversions off of that. Wow. I'll say, hey, if you call, I will help you do it or whatever. Do you want, are you interested in this or that? Let them know that they can get the workout for only $10 more. It's $10. So most people will do that. And then they can do a 3-way call with me if they need to, so that I can help them because they have no idea what they're doing. And I've had several challenge pack, and you get 2 points for that. Even though it was a free lead and it's not your person, they still give you 2 points for that. So
great tip. I love that.
Yes, that has really, I've done that quite a few times, and even setting them up as a coach from that as well for the discount.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, and I would agree, follow-ups truly are key. And I think the bigger reason is that people need to think about it. I mean, so if you're getting crickets, that's because, I mean, they see you, they're watching, or if you got to know, not right now, most people aren't just going to be like, yeah, sign me up. Like, it's just, we have to, I'm that way. I have to think about things or, see if it's right for me. I know it took me a couple weeks to decide if this was something for me. So, and so don't wait for people to come to you. Be that proactive coach who's confident about what she does, who's confident about the business, about, these products, and follow up about what you're offering, because it's an exciting thing what you're offering. You're offering them health and wellness and community. I mean, you're offering them something that most people need and crave and would love to have. So don't feel like, oh, I got to send another message and, what are they going to say? No. Be excited to go back in. Like, tomorrow is my day. I am following up like a crazy lady tomorrow, and I'm excited about it. I have a list of, I can't even tell you how many people that I'm looking forward to touching base, some of my past challengers, some of the people that I've been talking to in the last couple of weeks, because I've got a new group next week. So I'm looking to, let them know I've got this group right now. We're going through the holidays. Yes, we're taking Thanksgiving off. We'll be with our families, have all that stuff we enjoy. But guess what? The day after, we're jumping in. We're going to, roll right through the holiday season together. So yes, follow-ups are key.
And the thing that you said is show excitement, not desperation. Because when you're desperate, towards the end and the crunch time is coming, they can sense that desperation through those messages. So excitement, show them, make sure that you're showing them, like you said, what the value is that they're getting. It's not just your sale and your commission and your points that you need to make, that it's value there.
That's right. You focus on them and you focus on the relationship, and the commission and points and all these things just come. So I love it. Focus on the relationship. I love it. Thank you so much. Great tips. I'm super excited to see how everybody applies them in the next 50 days. Oh my word. Anybody have any questions or anything you'd like to add? We have 6 minutes. I'd love to hear from anybody else.
Someone said something. Sierra said that she hasn't been able to reach some of her. Some of them don't respond. The free leads through email, phone call, text, do all of it. If they don't respond, they don't respond. But don't stop doing them just because, you get a few that don't respond, because you'll get those that do. And then it's amazing because it's free. It's just a free person that says, oh yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. So don't give up. Just keep doing it and be consistent with it.
Awesome. That's what I've been doing. Awesome.
Wow. I'll add to the follow-ups thing. That's like the one thing that I'm on a schedule with. I feel like I'm like not very organized, but that's the one thing that I do the same. I do it on the first day of every month. And the reason why is because I'll say this, I know she said, make sure you follow up, but you're not going to have enough people to follow up with every month if you're not inviting new people. So that goes hand in hand. But I do it on the first day of every month because the reason why is I'm not pressured. Like you said, like you're not desperate. It's a new month. There's new sales going on. There's new groups starting. And I feel like kind of like excited again. It's like whatever happened last month doesn't matter. It's a new month. I don't know if everybody else gets that feeling. Yeah. So I go straight in on the first day of the month, no matter what day it is, and say, hey, I know we talked last month. Here's what's going on this month. I'm still thinking about you. Is there anything that I can help you with? Are you still interested in the group? And just like keeping that line of communication open. And what winds up happening is either 2 or 3 out of those follow-ups wind up going ahead and buying a challenge pack. And then you're like either at Success Club or you're close. And it's like such a great way to start the month. Or at the end of the month when you would have been struggling, those ones that you hit at the beginning reach out to you and say, okay, I've been watching you for another 3 weeks. I'm ready now. And it really does, like, it's on a cycle now. And I know I can at least get 2 challenge packs out of those follow-ups because it's like I go back through my messages and everybody from the previous month, I haven't bugged them for a month. I've just let them watch my stuff. But then I go back and say like, hey, I didn't forget about you. How is everything going? And I have a couple spots in my new group. And so that's that. I'm like on a schedule with that. And I find so much success with that too.
And I love how you said, hey, I didn't forget about you versus, I mean, I have so many people sometimes when I reach out, they thank me. Oh my goodness. Yes. Thank you for keeping me in the loop about what you have going on, your groups. I'll let them know about promos, special things. I'll keep them in the know because I would want to know as a customer, I want to get the best deal for, I want to know all the details. That's my personality. So most people do. So yes, I love that. People will thank you for following up and touching base and sharing about your new group.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Great tips. And Melissa?
For leads, one thing that I do is I have a MailChimp newsletter. MailChimp is free. And I send it out once or twice a month, and I try to always include tips or like useful information. So it's not just a hey, buy something newsletter. Even though leads don't respond, they open that newsletter and they very rarely unsubscribe. So they're opening it, they're reading it, they're hearing from me. And at the bottom, there's always an invitation either to join a challenge group or for the month's promos or whatever the case may be. And they don't cancel it. So I strongly recommend having a newsletter, whether it's through MailChimp or, whatever, even if it's just through your Gmail, if your customer base is small, and touching base with everyone once a month. Because you just don't know where somebody's at and when they'll come through. And I've actually had people sign up as a coach after reading my newsletter. So, it's just one of those things where it's just another point of contact. And if you make it valuable, where you're sharing tips and information. Like last month's newsletter was about keeping yourself out of your kids' Halloween candy. Useful. So, it just don't write them off if they don't respond to you.
Love it.
Don't ignore them.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's just another way to water that seed.
Yes,
exactly.
I just got my MailChimp going. So I'm getting ready to populate and all that. So great idea. I highly recommend everybody do that as well. All right. Well, thank you so much. You guys did amazing, great tips. I have my notes. I don't know if we can snap a photo, but I will if you want me to. I don't know if we have time. It's going to just shut off, but I'll just try. Just smile. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate it, and I'll post the recording tonight. All righty. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.